from somewhere else, but this is where we found ourselves. Welcome to the local show. People you work with, people you know.
Welcome to another edition of the Local Show here on Grassroots Community Network. I'm Erik Skarvan, your host, guys. Thanks for being here, host and producer of the Local Show now for 15 years. I can barely talk. You'd think I'd be smoother by now. But thank you for joining us this week, where each week on the Local Show we feature only local guests. We are fortunate to have only local sponsors, so we try to keep true to being local all the way through. Very excited to have a first-time guest to the Local Show. He's actually a longtime friend, and I was actually on his great show on Grassroots Television earlier this summer, which is called Healthy Lifestyles. We want to welcome Tom Lankering, Dr. Tom Lankering, to the Local Show.
Eric, it's nice to finally make it here. So
well, welcome.
It's been a while. So yeah, I think though you had also been on my show when my hair was a different color. So
yes.
I think a while ago. So yeah,
back when you were a redhead.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So,
yeah, which was really neat because way back then it was probably 16 years ago, something like that. Because after I had appeared as a guest on your show, I started to it was one of the things that inspired me. Oh, maybe I'll do, like produce my own show someday.
Yeah.
And then a year or two later, sure enough, and now we're 15 years in.
Is that wild, huh?
To the Local Show, which is crazy.
Yeah.
And then I was fortunate to, return to Healthy Lifestyles earlier this summer.
Yeah,
and we had a great show together to kind of kick off the summer.
Yeah. So no, it's fun. I mean, Grassroots is, just been an amazing opportunity for me, and for the community, and you get information out and locals out there. So yeah, it's great. So I'm excited to join you on your show here. It's nice to be in this seat as opposed to in your seat there. So yeah, that's great.
That's pretty cool, and we have a lot in common in that we can share what we love through our work. We could share what we love through our TV show, which is just that in and of itself, to be able to share through a TV show, through a public access station that is not only public access, but America's original public access TV station, started in 1972 by a bunch of cool hippies.
Right.
And so that's a neat conversation in and of itself, because what a great opportunity for community members to come in and share what they love, right?
Yeah. No, it has been fun. I mean, 22 years I've been doing my show on Grassroots. 33 years I've had my practice.
Wow.
Yeah, and still as passionate and loving what I'm doing, and on a mission and purpose to, get information out and try to help people and enjoy the great community that we have here. So yeah, it's a wonderful opportunity with that.
And I would encourage anyone, that would have a dream like that, to go after it, because, it's just so rewarding, I mean, you get to do you do some sales because you have your sponsors, your underwriters, you do your producing, you line up your guests, you organize your show, then you get to host.
Right.
And what a neat, top to bottom, it's a great experience.
Yeah. So, and I like it because it still gives me an opportunity to use my BS degree.
Right.
So, which is a So,
yeah, I have a BS too. I think many of us here in Aspen have a BS.
One way or another.
Right? A second major or whatever.
Right.
But let's backtrack a little bit. Back in the day of where you were born and raised, you were born in the Garden State.
Yes, although my heart was born here in Aspen, I think. The rest of me was born back in New Jersey, and took me a while to catch up, to get out here. But 1979 was when I first moved to Aspen. So
okay. Well, how was it growing up in New Jersey? Because New Jersey is kind of one of those states that, like, people get some weird, like Wisconsin, where I grew up. They get different impressions of it, and probably all of them are true. But what's just a couple impressions of growing up there? Well,
where I grew up was pretty rural. I mean, apple orchard right on my backyard, woods on both sides, 3,000 people in the town. So it was a small town. I'm a small town guy. So,
nice.
Maybe about 20, 25 miles outside of New York City, but very north of Jersey. But it was very green, very lush and so forth. And but it was rather rural. I mean, a lot of farms and stuff now, like around here, not quite around here, but all built up and everything. I don't get back there that much. But, I still, I used to Jersey Shore. I'm a Jersey Shore guy,
Yeah.
you know, and used to $3 cover charge for Bruce Springsteen.
Oh, man.
And you know, so it's fun. So I still have some of those, you know, connections there with that. And yeah, fun
Well,
stuff with that.
that's a big hop across the country over to Aspen, Colorado. Like, how did that happen? Was that something that you had vacationed as a kid, or how did that?
You know, we took
play out?
one vacation, or we used to take vacations out to Vail. I can say Vail on the show. So,
Yeah,
well,
you're allowed to say
so I said
curse
it, but anyway,
words.
we used to come out, and but I grew up pretty much skiing and just loved it, and went to my undergraduate school in Albany, New York, and but
Okay.
I started ski instructing then, and my senior year, I got certified ski instructing. And everybody all had smiles on their faces. I was like, you know, I think I'm going skiing, you know. And my dad was like, well, why don't you just apply to chiropractic school to have something to fall back on? I was like, okay, fine. And growing up, he was like, he gave me piano lessons, ski lessons, and so forth. And he was like, yeah, he says, you grow up, he says, you go out, be a ski instructor, you play piano, you have a great life. I was like, great, Dad. Can I go out and play football now? You know, so I never really realized it, but the seed was planted, and so there are a couple of things, and like I said, that final step was to come out and ski instructing, and I got out here and I got hired. Would have thought my father thought I'd been signed by the New York Yankees or something when I got hired by the Aspen Ski School.
Multi-million-dollar contract.
Still pending.
Multi-hundreds?
I think. Yeah, something like that in my mind. But so that was fun, you know. And then I on the way got accepted to chiropractic school, and I was like, they were like, well, we want you to start. And I was like, well, that's nice, but I got to go skiing first. And I ended up taking a couple of years of deferments. And, you know, I would call the school up and I'd say, hey, I'm working really hard to make money for school. And I'm also having a really good time, and I'd like another deferment. And so that went for about 2 years. But, you know, the first day I moved out here, walked outside, and the voice inside said, this is it. This is home. Kick your feet up. And the voice was so strong, you know. And then when I went back to I didn't even really know what chiropractic was, but when I went back to chiropractic school, or started, I found out what chiropractic was, and it was like, wow, I'm supposed to be a chiropractor in Aspen. There were a couple other options. Obviously, I could have gone, but the voice and the calling was so strong, I couldn't fight it, you know. And it's been amazing. It's been wonderful, and yeah, it's just been like 38 years. Something like that, right? So it's pretty amazing.
That's what heart-centric is all about, which is a word I actually just heard this summer, you know, from one of my first guests early this summer, Merrill Johnson, from Cedar Ridge Ranch down by Carbondale, was this heart-centric, following your heart, you know, and
like
how
that
everything
term.
unfolds from that. And I thought that was just such a wonderful expression. And when you work from your heart out, you know, it's your personal life, your professional life, I think that is the more direct path to happiness. You know, you're really, you know, literally following your heart, or what I would think is my God-given gifts, you know, as someone, you know, who's raised Christian, utilizing that and bringing more happiness that way.
Yeah, I mean, after all these, like I said earlier, I mean, I'm still as excited about the work that I'm doing. I'm still as excited and passionate about living here and getting out. And during the summer, I'm a forest conservancy ranger, and then in the winter, I'm a ski ambassador on Aspen Mountain. So just sharing the mountains and appreciating it and getting out there with people. So it's a lot of fun.
So cool. Well, we got so much to share, speaking of sharing. But first, we're going to take a quick break, rehydrate. Above all, thank my sponsors for supporting the show this summer. We've got some great underwriters this summer, including Aspen Animal Hospital, Aspen Square, Klug Properties, the Aspen Times, Picken County Landfill. If Tom makes it all the way through the show, he'll get a parting gift from Picken County Landfill. And of course, Sundog Athletics, near and dear to my heart. We'll take a quick break. It's our only one of the show. We'll be back in 2 minutes with Dr. Tom Lankering. We're going to talk about alternatives to achieve a healthy and happy life. So don't go away. Aspen Animal Hospital not only offers our community a friendly professional staff featuring 5 veterinarians, but a new wellness program for pets focusing on prevention and pet longevity. They offer new enhanced feline care, exotic pet care, and acupuncture. Extended hours on weekdays and weekends offer more convenience. For more information, 925-2611 or aspenanimalhospital.com.
We're not in Kansas anymore.
Hey, did you miss the turn for recycling?
I can't read the map on your cracked screen.
I'm so passionate about this community. I absolutely love living here and raising my family here. It gives me a lot of pride to share this with my friends and my clients and help them achieve their dreams of owning an Aspen snowmass and enjoying this incredible lifestyle.
The Aspen Times has been telling the stories that matter to our community since 1881 and continues to be the only local media outlet committed to local prep sports and dedicated arts and entertainment coverage. They also offer you The Drop-In, a weekly outdoor recreation video highlighting the many reasons we love to live in this community. You can find the Aspen Times at local newsstands, aspentimes.com, Facebook, and Instagram.
Celebrating another great summer season, Aspen Square Hotel is the hospitality place, featuring fireplace studio suites and larger condominiums with full hotel-style services in the center of downtown Aspen. All accommodations are air-conditioned, and Aspen Square is proud to support the local show. To find out more, visit aspensquarehotel.com.
Welcome to the local show. People you work with, people you know.
We're back here on the local show. Thanks for sticking with us here on Grassroots Community Network as we wind down our summer series here in the month of September. What a gorgeous month. Tom, I rode my bike almost up to the pass this morning. And the color, it's like the start of the fireworks this last week.
Yeah.
As the colors just boom, boom, you see like going off in certain spots.
Yeah, I was on my bike too. It's just spectacular.
Such a gorgeous time of year. Such a gorgeous time. Well, let's go fundamental here and talk about, you like to call yourself a bioenergetic chiropractor.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Can you explain that briefly to people? What is a bioenergetic chiropractor?
Sure, I'll give you a quick quiz here. So bio means what?
Bio is life.
Life, and energetic is?
Energy.
Energy, so life energy.
Life energy.
So I'm all about facilitating the full expression of life energy. And the different obstacles or that can block life energy, if you think of the triangle of health. And in the middle is optimal health. And so the different points, physical or structural stress is the one stress, gravity is the constant stress we always deal with, biochemical nutritional stress, mental and emotional stress and how the emotions manifest in the body, and then toxins, electromagnetic radiation, and infections and allergies. So I address all of those different things using a lot of applied kinesiology and muscle testing, which are ways that I can ask the body, working with helping. A lot of times I'm like a health coach for people, helping them with nutrition, helping them with detoxification, which we really have to do is, even though we think we live in a wonderful place, which we do, but we have toxins, and toxins we've accumulated through the years. So I work with detox. I do a lot of emotional stress work. Neuroemotional technique is one technique, and brain tapping is another technique. So I have a lot of different ways. I use a lot of cold laser therapy, which E equals MC squared. And I think one of the things that is still a challenge for people is to really look at our bodies from an energetic standpoint. A lot of times we see our bodies as muscles and bones and things we can touch and feel, and if we get hurt, there's something physically or structurally. And biochemically and nutritionally is kind of the pharmaceutical approach, but really chiropractic had been poo-pooed, chiropractors are quacks and all these things, but the premise of chiropractic has always been about the expression of life energy. Pain is just a blockage of energy. And so I'm become like an electrician for the body, looking to see what circuits are blown out. And so a lot of times where you step on the dog's tail isn't where he barks. So you got to find the different places. Even if people say, gee, it hurts here, there could be other circuits that are blowing that circuit out or contributing to that.
Okay, so you have different ways to identify those blown circuits or blockages.
Yep.
And then obviously address them.
Yep.
Open them up, open up circulation, open up that full flow of energy, right?
Exactly.
And let the body kind of do what it's supposed to do.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it's all, because the body knows what to do.
Right.
The body knows how to heal and everything else that it needs to be doing. And even though we suppress symptoms, I'll say, okay, is vomit good or bad? And people will say, well, either, you know, and a lot of people say, well, it's bad. I say, well, why? Well, because it doesn't feel good. I go, yeah, but would you want to keep that stuff in there?
But you're ridding yourself of waste at the same time.
Right.
Maybe it's bad that it just landed on your girlfriend's lap. You know, I mean, yeah, that could be, you know,
not good.
Kind of depends on the landing zone.
Right. So yeah, exactly.
Of your vomit.
But so that's, you know, a lot of what we deal with though is expressive healthcare, whereas we let the body do what it needs to do, as opposed to medically is just a different approach than the suppressive. So if you have a cold, suppress the cold. If you have a headache, you know, plop, plop, fizz, fizz. But that's where the difference in the healthcare approaches come from expressive, allowing the body to do what it needs to do, versus suppressive. So those are some of the
Right,
things.
and modern medicine, you know, big pharma, you like to talk about that on your show, Healthy Lifestyles, treating the symptoms, you know, masking those symptoms, but often not going to the root causes, opening up the body, you know, if, again, fundamentally from a root source is really what we're talking about, not just, oh, I'll just take a Vicodin to block the, you know, to mask that pain.
Right.
Or I'll just take another Ambien so I can go to sleep tonight, you know, and these kinds of things. And then we're finding out how addictive some of these things, like say Vicodin or OxyContin, and the opioid
huge.
crisis is, what was it, 250,000 people that have died in the U.S.?
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
the last year or two just from opioids? I mean, it's
So a lot of
stunning.
ti-
So
yeah.
moving away from that and into some more natural alternatives.
Yeah, yeah. I'm always asking why. When someone comes in to see me and I'm working with them, why? Why? What's going on? What's happening with those types of situations? But you know, you mentioned this opioid. I mean, that's a big issue. And I've had pain. I'm just recovering from knee surgery, and so I know what that is about and how brutal pain is. And yet, there's still a lot of things that can be done in a natural way. The hemp oil that I'm working with, you know, they're finding there's huge research showing and clinical research also showing how that's helpful for chronic pain. The brain tap, again, working with brain waves that contribute to creating pain patterns in the body. Nutrition, you just look at changing your lifestyle from an inflammatory lifestyle to an anti-inflammatory lifestyle. Detoxifying, I mean, all these different things help address what's going on. And then if you need the situation where you need a medication, you can use it appropriately to work with it to help you get through the crisis. But you really need to get back to what's your lifestyle? You know, what are the things that you're doing to your body, with your body, and so forth.
Let's go back to the hemp oil, because the hemp oil is hot right now. There's a lot of buzz around that. Is that the same as CBD oil?
Yes.
Is it basically the same thing?
Basically the same thing, although more companies and people are using hemp oil as the term as opposed to CBD, because the pharmaceutical industry is trying to patent CBD.
Okay.
And so they're trying to get their grip on there, but using hemp there's also tincture, or not tinctures, there's bioflavonoids, there's terpenes. So there are some other ingredients that make it synergistic to work with. And one of the big misunderstandings about hemp oil is the delivery system.
Right.
A lot of people say, how many milligrams? Oh, 5, 10, 50, 100 milligrams. But the hemp oil that I'm working with, what's key about it is the delivery system, which is called a nano-emulsified liposomal delivery system. A lot of words. Nano means small. Emulsified, that the CBD and the other ingredients are in a fat cell. The fat is the same material that our cells of our body are made. So it absorbs 98% absorption, 6 to 10 times stronger than anything else out there, absorbs in 2 minutes, as opposed to any other hemp oil that's out there. It takes a half hour to absorb when you're taking it. Now that's, and even this can go through absorbing, because that's what our cell membranes are made of. So that's one of the big key things that's happening. The other situation with hemp oil, and why hemp oil is so helpful, because it supports the parasympathetic nervous system. We have our nervous system, which is divided into voluntary, I'm going to move my arm. Involuntary, or autonomic, or automatic, deals with blood vessels, organs and glands and so forth. And that is further divided into sympathetic and parasympathetic. So sympathetic is our adrenal glands, our fight or flight, our stress, our survival mode. So a lot of people are either in a high stress or a chronic low-grade stress, which can also be athletics. If we're going real hard, it's the adrenal glands. The parasympathetic deals with digestion, detoxification, recovery, recuperation, rejuvenation, anti-inflammatory. but it never gets a chance to do its thing because we're always stressed in this sympathetic. So the reason why hemp oil is so helpful, because it gets to the basis of balancing and helps the body to recover, helps anti-inflammatory. So for athletes, we go out and work out. So many athletes take ibuprofen or because they got their aches and pains, but hemp oil, if you take it consistently and dose it throughout the day, really helps to bring the body back. And there's over 250 health conditions that they're finding hemp oil is helpful for because it supports the parasympathetic nervous system. So it's really getting to the cause of it. So
that's interesting.
Yeah.
Now, are you applying it topically or digesting this hemp oil?
You put it underneath your tongue. It drops and you put it under. I've actually been using
sublingual?
Sublingual.
Sublingual
so it
with
absorbs.
drops.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah, and so that's, you can use it, and I use it topically on my hands. I've had developed arthritis, and so in my hands, using them a lot over the years, and so I've had incredible success with that, as well as doing the other things, because it's not necessarily always a silver bullet. A lot of people want to find one thing. I throw everything I know at it, and different things, but that's where the hemp oil.
And what about the brain tap?
The brain tap.
This is a pretty cool looking thing here.
The brain
pretty
tap.
Futuristic.
Yeah, this is cool. So let's talk.
Wait a minute.
All right.
Are you Geordi from Star Trek: The Next Generation?
What do you think? It's pretty good, huh?
Yeah.
So here's the thing: is that with the brain tap, is this okay? You don't mind talking?
No, it's cool.
So
I feel like
are you still
I'm
there?
hip just by association.
Yeah, but here, so the eyes and the ears are direct connections into the brain.
Okay.
And this uses light and sound therapy to entrain the brain. So entraining the brain is like if you look at a campfire or a fire, your brain, your eyes, you kind of get mesmerized by it. If you hear a music, you kind of get mesmerized by that. And so with this, there's light and sound therapy, there's guided imagery, there's music, there's isochronic tones, binaural beats. All of these things help to take the brain waves from where they're at and entrain them into alpha or theta, delta if people have a lot of trouble with sleeping. There's over 800 different programs, and so
you program it.
It uses yes, you can. You use a tablet or a phone.
Okay.
And there's lights that go into the ears. If I had my tablet here on the eye lights, these would go on into the eyes.
Wait a minute. Why would you have lights going in your ears?
Because these are the acupuncture points.
Okay.
And light will stimulate the cells and the energy. It's all energy. E equals MC squared.
Okay.
Energy, E is energy, M is mass, C is the speed of light. So energy, mass, it could be cell mass, it could be brain mass, nerve mass, muscle mass, heart mass. And C is the speed of light. That's also why the cold laser is so effective. So this has over 800 programs. There's getting in the zone for sports. There's weight loss. There's sleeping. There's autism. There's ADHD. There's stopping smoking, stopping drinking, PTSD, brain fitness. So for people even with dementia type of situations. I used it for my knee. Pre and post surgical, there's programs. There's a knee pain relief.
That's fascinating.
It's fascinating. This is one of the most amazing technologies I have come across in the 33 years I've been doing this work. And so it's like meditation on steroids. I have it next to my bedstand in the morning. I do a meditation. At night I do a meditation. It's phenomenal.
And how long? Is it just minutes?
Yeah, a short session would be 10 minutes.
Okay.
A lot of them are around 20, 22 minutes.
Okay, so someone again would come to you and say, I have these things going on with me, and that could be one of the tools that you could use, or perhaps a couple things. You could use maybe hemp oil and brain tap.
I use it all,
depending on what's going on.
Yeah, and people can purchase these devices, or there's a monthly subscription. If they don't want the device, you lose about 25% of the effectiveness without the lights.
Okay.
But they can take it on their tablets and just get access to the 800 programs for a monthly subscription, which is $30 or something like that.
That's super fascinating.
It's life changing. I mean, I've had kids with you've seen kids who are like, you let the air out of the balloon and it's all over the place. Right. And kids will sit, and the parents go, oh, he'll never sit. I have them sit down and phew,
the ADD child,
ADD.
or just energy through the roof.
Yeah.
Or say someone anyone come to quit smoking at all? I've
had, and that's smoking cessation and weight loss.
Okay.
And pain are three of the main topics that they've had great results with over the years. So yeah, fun.
Well, as we kind of wrap the show, it's really cool because you're like a facilitator or a guide to help people help themselves, basically help heal their body so their body can then go to work.
Right.
And what it like, I mean, to me that would just seem so rewarding. But can you talk a little bit about the rewards, like how you feel when you help someone at that kind of a fundamental level?
You know, it's one of the reasons why I keep doing this. And what's exciting is that after these years that I've been doing it, I'll have people come up and say, you know, 10 years ago you saved my life, or I have kids who have grown up, you know, who couldn't crawl, and I've adjusted them and they started crawling around, or couldn't sit up, or all kinds of things. And so, yeah, when you know, it's humbling because I'm not doing the healing, it's the body doing the healing. And so when you're dealing with this, I just try to step out of the equation and just kind of be a facilitator and let things happen. So it's humbling, it's exciting, and I think especially now with so many challenges and so many stressors and so much pain, whether it be physical or structural pain or mental and emotional pain, I have some things that can help people. And so for people who are out there and, you know, dealing with this kind of discomfort and some type of pain, and they're looking for natural ways, and you know, and it's a lifestyle too. It's not just, you're not going to exercise once and go, well, I felt better or I felt worse, I didn't notice a change. Well, you got to keep doing it, right? So this type of situation is ways to start making that to keep you going there.
Right,
so,
right. And I love it that you mentioned exercise, because again, it's part of, you know, kind of a menu. It's a variety of different things that we can all do, from basic diet, clean diet, you know, daily exercise, and then some of these great alternatives that you've educated us on today. So, did you have fun on the show today?
I love it. It's a lot of fun.
I wish we had more time. That time goes so quick.
Yeah,
but I still think an hour might be too long. So I'm going to stick with the half hour. But I hope you stick with this. We got reusable bamboo utensils.
Very cool.
And a pint glass. Well, you know what to do with that. But
very cool.
I hope you had fun on the show today, Tom.
Much appreciated, Eric. So, and congratulations for all the years you've been doing this, and
thank you.
Great stuff you get out there to the community. And
thank you.
Else you do.
Well, thanks for being one of my inspirations to do it. So thanks to Dr. Tom Lankering, and thanks you guys for watching us this week on The Local Show. Aspen Animal Hospital not only offers our community a friendly professional staff featuring 5 veterinarians, but a new wellness program for pets focusing on prevention and pet longevity. They offer new enhanced feline care, exotic pet care, and acupuncture. Extended hours on weekdays and weekends offer more convenience. For more information, 925-2611 or aspenanimalhospital.com.
We're not in Kansas anymore.
Hey, did you miss the turn for recycling?
I can't read the map on your cracked screen.
I'm so passionate about this community. I absolutely love living here and raising my family here. It gives me a lot of pride to share this with my friends and my clients and help them achieve their dreams of owning an Aspen snowmass and enjoying this incredible lifestyle.
The Aspen Times has been telling the stories that matter to our community since 1881 and continues to be the only local media outlet committed to local prep sports and dedicated arts and entertainment coverage. They also offer you The Drop-In, a weekly outdoor recreation video highlighting the many reasons we love to live in this community. You can find the Aspen Times at local newsstands, aspentimes.com, Facebook, and Instagram. Sundog Athletics is celebrating 22 years as Aspen's adventure sports school and is your opportunity to quickly and safely gain new skills to experience the thrills of adventure sports, including mountain and road biking, fitness hiking, and the area's only flatwater canoeing adventures. For more, sundogathletics.com, Sundog Athletics on Facebook, or 925-1069.
Welcome to the